How do? I did actually film an introduction to this one, but obviously didn't press the button correctly. There's no video. So, today's walk was Calf Top and Yockenthwaite Moor. Quite a distance between them, so obviously I drove to Cairnforth area, parked at Bourbon, did Calf Top. I then drove to Oars, had something to eat, and then drove on to Hub Home to start the Yockenthwaite Moor walk. And then obviously, as you'll have seen, or as you will see, I then go on to Appletree Wick for a camp. Cheers. Fairly taxing start, not very long but filled with sun in face. It's very warm already, still early. I've just come through first field and there's some kind of event going on. Loads of motorbikes with numbers on, so I don't know if it's just a show rather than them racing them. Some old looking bikes, so I think it's a motorbike show. Which is nice because the videos I've watched, that field's amply full of cows. Farmers putting down there. Safely out of way from me. I'm taking a guess, but I might be wrong. I think we might be heading up to the top of that. But we'll see when I get to the top of here. Get to the top and then we fork off to the right. And it's just a straight there and back. But looking that way, there is obviously, looks to be quite a dip beyond that wall and then up to the top, so we'll see what it looks like when we get up there in a minute. Last weekend I was up in Lakes doing some outline wainwrights. We're doing 11.5 mile circular, and about 2.5 mile in I turned my ankle, and it weren't that bad that I couldn't walk. I carried on, did rest at walk, but then it started stiffening up, swelling up. I was stopping at Premier Inn at Keswick. It's about time I checked in and got to the room. It was rather uncomfortable, and I thought, I'm not sure I can even get up into Keswick for a beer, so I thought I'm just going down to the bar, have something to eat and a few drinks in the bar at Premier Inn. I got down there, menu, weren't a full menu and it were only about 5 items on it anyway. So I hobbled up to Spoons, Wainwright, Dog and Gun. Hobbled back to room, had an early night. Drive home next day were a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, swelling's all gone down. It still feels a little bit weak, not bad. So I'm just trying to be very careful where I'm putting my feet, but this walk's it's not taxing. Fairly defined track, just a grassy path, so fingers crossed I'll turn it again. Top, about 3.5 miles back the same way to car, and then I'm going to drive towards Second Walk, which is quite a way away. It's from Hubber home. I'm going to call up way and get something to eat. I'm going to bring a pack up. I thought it's just going to get red hot and sweaty in my bag, and I'm not going to want to eat it, so I'm going to stop off and try and have a nice sandwich somewhere, make us way to Hubber home for the Second Walk, which I say is only about 2 or 3 miles. It's 9 o'clock, so it's took me about an hour and a half to get to Trig. Should be a little bit quicker on way back, 'cause it's mostly downhill. And then make us way over to Hubber home via a sandwich shop. Hottest day of year, hottest spring on record, and I've still got wet feet. Right, so it's not just a show, they are actually going around some kind of little track. Not very fast, I don't think it's a race as such, I think it's a meet and a little ride about. I've got to go back through there, so I'm hoping I don't get knocked over. I think the time trials rather than races. I'm not sure like, but it don't look like a proper racetrack. So I reckon they're just going round one at a time trialling. Right, back at car, it's like a sauna. I'm going to make my way towards ours. See you shortly. Right, so I'm parked up at Hubber Home. I'm just going to make my way up to Yockenthwaite Moor. As you can tell or hear, it's raining. It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far, but it has forecast potential thunderstorm, so I haven't brought any waterproofs, but it's only 2.7 miles there and back, so get a bit wet, it doesn't matter. Yes, I've just called at Oars. I went to Pennygarth Cafe and had a sausage, bacon and egg sandwich and some summer fruits. Very nice. About 20 minutes, half an hour drive to the start point here at church. It is spitting, it's very close. Perfect thunder and lightning conditions really, and there is weather warnings for later on. Bit sporadic, so you might miss them, but I'm camping tonight at Mason's campsite at Apple Tree Week, and it's minimum 2 nights. Unless you're an hiker, you can book 1 night, so I've booked an hiker pitch, but obviously you've got to be on foot, so I need to park car up somewhere in the village. I'm hoping to get it in one at pub car parks, so I'll be frequenting them later. Just hang fire, see what weather's doing, get tent up in dry. It's not a big deal if not. I pack up early in the morning, I'm not be far from car to carry rucksack, so yeah, it's still a little bit early, so there's no rush. Just going through some like pasture land, and then you take a sharp right straight up to top of Yockenthwaite Moor. So we'll see if this rain gets any heavier. As I say, it's not too far, so if it does, it's not end of the world. good job it's cloudy, because if sun were out as well, it'd be unbearable. I'm sweating like mad and there's no sun. I don't think there's much further to go, but it's very unpathy. Which I forgot what I'm going to say. Try and get to the top. There's the trig. I tell you what, that felt like a lot longer than 1.7 mile. And I can safely say, unless somebody offers me £1 million, I shan't be returning to Yockenthwaite Moor. Ain't got there yet. This is what we're up against, and this is after driest spring on record, so you can imagine what it's like when it's damp. Wow, I'm glad I'm getting it out of the way. Don't sink, don't sink. Even Trig Point looks fed up. Right, let's try and get back. Right, just about back at car, and then we shall make our way over to Apple Tree Wick and go for a pint, try and get car parked. Morning. Tent's all packed up and back at car. It's 5 o'clock. Time for home. Thanks again for watching. See you.